Right then, chaps, welcome back to the Lifted Lifestyle Podcast, episode 61.
There you go. You can have sippy.
Thanks, man. Today is 2026, the first pod we're recording of 2026.
Yeah, first pod in ages.
Yeah, so we, oh, so nice. Wish I had one. We filmed the last pod pre-Christmas, I think.
4 pods.
Yeah. So this is really the one to kick it off. And I think if you watch this and actually do what we're going to say, you should be able to cook. Really? Are they going to be able to cook? Yeah, probably.
Of course they're going to be able to cook.
We're giving away all our secrets. So yeah, we're basically going to go through how to set up your 2026 for some decent success. And it's a bit more broad, I think.
Yeah. We'll try not to... also, we'll go into detail, but not to the point where we're just rambling on.
There's so many specifics that if you were to do like a full, this is everything you need to know, it would obviously take hours.
Yeah.
But we'll kind of hit on the foundations. Yeah, for really. So timeline, training, nutrition. I don't think we need to touch on too much else.
No, they're your main ones, aren't they?
Little Q&A for you at the end.
We're near to.
Before we get stuck in, Crimbo, decent mate.
It was decent.
Didn't actually ask you.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, yesterday.
Spoke about it yesterday, yeah.
Anything interesting? New hat? Yeah, man.
Got a new hat for Christmas, yeah. Rotating this now with the OC hat.
Yeah, half of my Christmas presents, 2 other people were one coaching clobber. It's free advertising.
Last minute result. Take it.
Yeah, I gave my dad that vest because he was just like wearing my clobber all the time. I thought, great.
Why did your
option.
voice sound really deep?
You're
like,
I don't know.
Hello everyone, I'm HR.
I remember I think it was pod like 24 or something. It was the exact same.
This.
Sorry.
I think it's just sometimes in the morning.
Yeah.
Bro's turning into Sean Dyche.
I'm just a bit of a croaky, bro. Croaky, bro.
Croaky thing. But yeah, it was decent. Yeah. It was in Cyprus. It was nice.
Kind of goofy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Christmas in Cyprus.
Yeah, very, very different. But, I mean, it was better than Christmas at home, so...
Is it winter in Cyprus at the minute?
Yeah. It's the same seasons as here. It's like, exactly the same, but obviously it just doesn't get as cold. I mean, it was a lot colder than last time I went.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't...
I didn't realise you can ski there.
Yeah, in the mountains, yeah. Like, from my brother's house, you can see the mountains. But I think it's only... Like, when I was there, you probably couldn't have.
Right.
I think it's more like Jan, Feb.
Yeah, because Ryan Phillips skied there with some of his mates from the RAF.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother did say you can definitely ski. Well, it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Maybe I can teach you how to ski there, mate.
How can somewhere be 40 degrees and then you can ski there? Like, what?
Presume, is it the mountains really high up? Or?
Yeah, they are massive, yeah. They're huge.
Ski trip. At Max Woods.
At Max Woods, if you're watching, ski trip.
How much do I owe you?
Ski trip mush.
Speaking of skiing, I just went.
Yeah, you've been Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, bombed down some runs. Ate a lot of scran.
Anything extreme?
Any
stunts?
Fucking stunts. I learned how to do a 180.
Come
which is
on.
cool.
What, and then land backwards?
Yeah.
And then what do you do? Ski backwards?
Yeah.
Then how do you turn around?
You just sort of do another 180.
Bunny hop twist.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's the first day. I'm like good at skiing, but terrible at like the trick stuff because I've just never tried to do it. So that's the next stage. Yeah. Yeah. You just look like
he's sweating.
You look hella goofy if you're not very good at it.
Yeah, he's sweating it out, man. Just ski.
So we'll see. Give me a few years. I'll be pulling out some triple cork 360s, whatever that is. So yeah, cooking. Anyway, let's get into it.
Actually, what about New Year?
New Year?
Did you get shizzed or not? You never really said what you did on New Year's.
Last year I did.
Yeah, I remember that's what I mean. So I thought,
this year
in France again, you might get shizzed.
It was a bit rough. Well, it was really good, but the went out for food, and it was like a 5-courser.
Oh God!
And you know, normally when it's anything above 3 course, they like bring the portion size
Yeah.
down.
It's tiny.
But they just didn't.
Oh,
So it was like 5 massive courses, and I was
absolutely
so
stuffed.
full. The cheese course came out. I was like, no,
No more.
So because of that, I think everyone was like just really full. We went out to a bar afterwards and stayed there for a bit, but it was just very the tunage was very Dutch. I think that's the best way I
really?
can describe it.
Why Dutch?
There's quite a lot of Dutch that go there. I don't know if they
really?
were trying to please the crowd.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
The thing in is it in Switzerland or
yeah.
whatever?
It's not. It's
pretty
actually
crazy.
not that far
I was
away.
gonna say it must be pretty close to where you were.
Yeah, not good at all.
Looks lit though. No pun intended there. As in the place looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's a stinking
that-
line. I'll be honest.
That related a bit too much.
But yeah, we ended up leaving like not that late because it was just like everyone's dancing, jumping up and down like this.
Oh, the classic, like when we were in Croatia.
The
you
Dutch
got
moves.
The Europeans giving it some beans.
Yeah, and it was like
So who were you actually out with? Like your
just-
family and
yeah for dinner, but then for the evening it was just like all the
the
Utes.
Ute crowd.
Yeah, good crowd.
Yeah.
Very bon. But yeah, we ended up leaving at like 12:30, I think it was.
Oh, so you were out for New Year though?
Yeah,
Yeah. I went out and I went home at 11:30.
quality.
Yeah.
In bed pre 12:00.
No, I did stay awake.
Did the countdown. Turn.
Watched the fireworks, and then went to bed. Yeah.
You sing
No.
Old Anxiety,
No.
whatever it's called.
No. My mum loves that, but I was like, no. She was like, it's a dying tradition. Look at everyone in the crowd not doing it. I'm like, Mum, it's not that important.
I actually don't know the lyrics.
No, neither do I. Do your
Apart
family
from
do
that.
it? Or like, do they like joke about it and then?
I don't think we didn't this year.
No, I could imagine Julie is
Giving it
is
some
an
beans.
advocate of it. Yeah, I could really imagine that.
I just know the For Old Anxiety and then that's it.
Imagine if at the fireworks in London, if they were only allowed in the crowd, like middle-aged women who have kids who are British.
I think
It'd
it'd
be
be an
like,
earthquake with the
yeah, it would with the amount of stepping side to side.
Yeah. But anyway, none of that this year.
You'd hear that from
unfortunately.
bloody space, wouldn't you?
But yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks
HNY.
for watching throughout 2025 if you did.
Big up the feet people as well.
Yeah, we
You're
had
always
another
welcome.
pod pop off for feet antics.
Yeah, man.
If you have a look through some of the comments, someone was saying how shout out to bro if he's watching. He was like, yeah, I really prefer the old pod setup. It's just a bit more chill, you know. I mean, I was going through, I was asking him questions like, oh, you know, I was thinking maybe it is a little bit better.
Yeah,
getting
how
convinced
can
and
we
all this.
improve this?
And then he went, yeah, I really just liked it when that lad on the left put his feet up on the table. And
Honestly, right? If you're watching this, fair enough, but you're tapped. You're odd.
we won't be selling feet pics anytime soon. Actually, that's
mean,
a lie. If someone gave me like 10 grand,
If
I'd
someone
definitely
actually
send it.
PayPal's me the money first, I will genuinely send you feet pics. Like, not even joking, but you've got to send me the money first.
Just keep saying feet and then it will drive the algo.
Yeah, feet. Right, anywho's.
Yeah, onto the onto your POA. By the way, we actually do this for free for a select number of people. Off the back of, well, whenever we mention it on a video. So, first 2 or 3 of you, head over to our Instagrams below and DM us asking for a free POA, and we'll kind of do this, but a bit more
In detail for you,
Yeah.
specifically.
a bit more personalised. So you got to be happy to answer for free questions about what your goals are and such, but
Yeah,
it's usually pretty helpful.
but you're walking away with free value.
Yeah, for real.
And like people, I feel like when people see stuff for free, like okay, there's a lot of stuff that you can do for free that is not actually going to be helpful at all.
Yeah,
But this actually would be incredibly helpful.
yeah. I think it's the most helpful thing we can do without.
Actually taking them through the process.
Yeah,
Thing is, they're going to know the process. Just the only difference is you don't have that guidance through the process.
yeah. At the end of the day, you still got to do it.
Yeah,
But it's the best thing we can give you, basically. So
yeah.
go ahead, ask us for the free POA, and we'll send it across. So, timeline. Let's start off with that. Probably the most looked over thing.
Yeah.
Spoke about it quite a lot on the pod, but we can set it out from now through 2026.
So how shall we like choose a model person?
Yeah.
And then it just makes it easy. So what do these people look like?
So
I reckon the skinny fat.
I think we should go for someone that's got a bit of training behind them already.
Right.
They've got a bit of body fat, but they've got a little bit of muscle that's sort of hanging underneath there.
Okay.
Maybe you've, played a bit of sport in the past, etc.
Yeah.
And you're ready to see a proper transformation.
Yeah.
I think that's the best.
And then it's from now until, are we going like summer or?
Let's go through the year.
The whole year.
12 months
Okay.
timeline, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's someone who's already got a bit of muscle,
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
not overweight, but they've got a little bit too much body fat potentially.
Yeah. You've got some arms on you, but there's not much detail
Yeah.
showing
Not
through.
much density going on there. Or too much density going on.
Whereas the density maxing right now.
So I think for those people, initially they need a quick result to really get them going.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're someone that's starting in 2026, it's probably because in the past you've not had that bug to get after it.
Yeah. Yeah, so IMO, in my opinion, the first thing to do would be get into a deficit.
Yeah.
And I would actually send it quite hard for maybe like 4 to 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Within that, by the end of that time frame, you're going to probably be in a pretty good position, especially if you've already got a decent amount of muscle.
Yeah.
And you've got some training experience.
Yeah.
Between 4 and 8 weeks, right? You by the end of that, you're going to be in decent nick.
Yeah, this person's probably between 80 and 100 kilos.
Yeah.
So, obviously, depending on your height and such. I think if you can look to drop around about 10% of your body weight in that first period of time, 2.5 months, whatever it might be, you're going to be cooking on...
Which is like 8 to 10 kilos.
Yeah. I think that's a really good start. To do that, you've obviously got to be fairly aggressive. And a lot of recommendations, if you put your diet into MyFitnessPal, right, 300 calorie deficit to lose 0.25 kilos a week.
Yeah.
You're going to be dieting for the whole of 2026.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
It gets hella boring, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think something that people need to understand is you are better sucking it up.
Yeah.
For 4 to 8 weeks. I know that's quite blunt, but you are better just sucking it up and going for it.
Yeah.
To get it done rather than dragging it out. Because if you're trying to drag it out, if you can and you can stay committed to it, fair play.
Yeah.
Most people can't.
Yeah. And these people have probably got a decent amount of experience in terms of getting some protein in. You've thought about that before. So I think you can get away with being more aggressive.
100%.
If you've never thought about that before, you probably need to be a bit slower and get your
you've got
protein
to build
high
up some
and all that sort of
foundations
stuff,
first, haven't you?
But for this specific person, I think set a protein target, get it nice and high, maybe 2 grams per kilo roughly, and then that gives you the ammo to give it some beans.
Yeah.
And then you can be losing it, a kilo a week.
Yeah.
And be cooking. Go on.
Last night, right, I was meal prepping for today. My mum was watching a TV show, and it was called Protein and Everything You Need to Know. And, the stuff they were saying was it was actually correct.
Yeah.
But first of all, right, it was going. It was about ultra processed foods and stuff as well, right? And they were saying obviously you shouldn't be having them.
Yeah.
But I was saying to my mum, it was she started really worrying about everything we had in the house. And I was like, Mum, you need to take these with a pinch of salt. Having some is not going to kill you.
It's a bit scaremongering.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was saying to her. It's these people, they're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
And then they were on about getting your a full amino acid profile for your proteins, yeah. And then literally the next scene was, so now we're going to look at a vegan's diet and how you can get your protein in.
Right.
And this woman was like, yeah, I have edamame beans for my protein. I was like, they're literally just they're contradicting themselves massively.
Yeah. It makes it
Do you know what I mean?
doesn't it?
And I was trying to explain this to my mum, and she was like, yeah, but these guys are nutritionist specialists. I'm like, yeah, they might be, but that's cap. Like, that is a lie. I'm sorry.
So they only have edamame beans and like that's
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
only protein source.
Yeah. And like stuff from like, because they were vegan, so they don't have any meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was straight up disagreeing with me. Like, he didn't have a clue, but he's like, yeah, you can't be healthy not eating meat.
Yeah. To be fair, like I do think it is. You can make it work.
Yeah.
But you generally, if you are vegan, you've got to be like really specific with the day-to-day combinations of food. And it does make it like a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like you basically need a very good meal plan if
Yeah.
you're doing that. You can't really ad hoc it, or else you will be missing out on quite a lot.
Yeah. And then they were even like scaremongering, like having like whey protein.
Saying what?
I can't remember what they were saying now, but they were basically just saying it's not good for you. And I was like, for your average person, right, if you were having 30 grams of whey per day to try and just top up your protein, you should do that instead of not having any protein at all.
Yeah.
And they had like loads of different case studies with all these different people, and like so many people are so heavily under.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean, most people will be getting like 50 grams a
Yeah.
day, maybe.
Yeah, and like even if you're just like a standard person, you actually need a lot more than what you think.
Yeah.
Like, they were on about this woman who was like middle aged, and they were saying like she should probably be having like 100 grams, and she did a food diary, and she was having like 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
like,
she a vegan or?
No, she was just a normal person.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, what is this person eating?
Well, it's the old like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some protein in from some peanut butter on a cracker.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. And then that's another thing they were saying, like your easy top ups, you could have nut butters. I was like, what?
good 3 grams.
Yeah, like what is going on? And, like each scene just kept like contradicting itself. It was doing my fucking head in.
That's like saying you need to drink more water and getting a pipette and just like
Yeah.
dabbing it in.
Yeah, it's stupid. And they were like comparing prior to them on about the nut butters and stuff to get your protein in. They were like comparing like the like the Lidl protein little yogurts.
Yeah.
Comparing it to like just normal Greek yogurt, and they were saying obviously the Greek yogurt is going to be better,
Right.
which is true. But then they were on about these protein top ups, and if protein's that important, like they were saying it was, just have one of the little protein yogurts if it's going to make it easier for you.
Not going to kill you, is it?
Rather than having nut butter to get you. The whole program, like what they were saying was majority true.
Yeah, it's just like a few.
Yeah,
few
just I'm
rogue
like,
shouts.
what?
Yeah. To be fair, I think the edamame bean stuff, I'm pretty sure they have. It's either a full spectrum or like
do they?
the closest to.
Oh, I didn't. I was watching that and I was like, surely they can't.
But like you're not getting like 160 grams of protein.
Yeah, exactly.
From edamame beans.
Yeah. It's just daft, isn't it?
So yeah, there's quite a lot you need to do there.
And they're on about all like the tofu and all that.
Yeah, grim. By the way.
Yeah. I think I've had it like once and I just remember it being like,
Yeah.
what is this?
I remember Mum made me a tofu chicken curry once. She's like, "Oh, look at what I've made." I was
What
like,
is this woke
It
nonsense?
was really nice of her, but I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
pretty stinky."
Yeah. I just have meat.
And it's hella sus as well because it's all like perfect squares.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel
I
really
can't remember
strange.
what even is it made of. They did say yesterday because
Is
I
it
didn't
like
know what it was made of.
It's a shroom, isn't it?
I can't remember.
What is tofu made of? Soybeans,
That's
water, and a coagulant. Yeah, look at that. Like, why is it perfect squares? I don't know why that really just like boots
Yeah, it's
me out.
booky, isn't it? It's weird.
If you're eating anything that's like a perfect shape, it's just
Yeah,
kind of
it's just-
weird.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
don't know how we got onto that.
yeah,
We were on about obviously like hitting your protein targets and stuff.
it's good. Yeah.
So timeline.
You're heading into a diet. You can bump your protein nice and high, and train, and then you can afford to be more aggressive with your diet. I think that was the answer.
I think people are also scared of like dieting quite hard and feeling shit.
Yeah.
But with the position that person is in, you are not going to feel shit.
Yeah, especially in that time frame.
Yeah. Like, okay, you might get a bit of hunger, but
Yeah.
by the time you're potentially hungry, you've probably got a meal anyway.
Yeah. Something I
So
was speaking to a client about yesterday on a call. They were sort of talking about like, how can I be a bit more full? And I was saying there's all these tactics that you can do that I sort of walked them through. But at the end of the day, you're probably going to be still hungry somewhat. So there's an aspect of kind of just like firming it for a bit. As long as the goal outweighs the minor difficulty that brings, then
the trade-off's fine, isn't it?
yeah, the trade-off's worthwhile. And if you're not arsed, then sack it off. Like,
yeah, if you don't actually care, then fine, just keep doing what you're doing.
yeah, doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, if you just accept that you might be a little bit hungry, I think. So you tick that off. You manage to lose a kilo a week. You're pushing pretty hard. You're in maybe a 700 to 1,000 calorie deficit, cardio, etc. included. You're cooking on gas. That's going to take you through to end of Feb / March. End of March.
Yeah.
So you've set yourself up nicely for summer, really.
Yeah.
What would you go for? I mean, this is probably dependent on like where that goal is leading you to.
Yeah. So I think for me, from there, if it was myself, I would want to like absolutely nail the reversal.
Yeah.
And then I probably would like to just sit at maintenance for summer.
Yeah.
Or at least for like June, July.
Yeah.
I think for most people, right, they want to look good at summer.
Yeah.
So you don't just want to go straight into a surplus and just start gaining loads of weight, which you shouldn't do anyway.
Yeah.
But I think for most people, the goal then should be reverse out properly, get your food into a good spot again, which shouldn't actually take too long if you do it properly.
Yeah.
And then you can maintain that over summer.
Yeah. Yeah, so you finish dieting. Let's call it mid-March, just for ease of calculation's sake.
Yeah.
You can probably go through March, through April, just gradually increasing your food.
Definitely.
Are you one to go from end of diet straight bump back into maintenance, or do you tend
No,
to...
I like to go very, very slow.
Yeah.
Like sometimes even as slow as like 15 grams of carbs added.
Yeah.
Like every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. I think it's slightly dependent on the situation, isn't
Yeah.
it? Most of the time, I think I will do that, unless that, especially because it's been quite a short diet, you're not like, right, we need to get your food up.
Yeah,
ASAP.
exactly. Yeah.
Most of the time, let's say you're pretty lean by mid-March, you can spend the next 4 weeks sort of gradually tapering up and actually just continue to get a little bit leaner.
You probably will just continue to drop weight.
So your end of diet, you've finished being in a deficit, etc. You actually might end up being the same weight as you was mid-March, but just a bit leaner and a bit fuller.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a hyper idea.
I always sort of take that into account with clients, is like when we finish a diet, I'm almost thinking like realistically this person probably still might end up dropping like 0.5 kilo to 1 kilo over the next month.
Yeah.
So you could probably call it a little bit sooner than what you think.
You almost always get that message, don't you, where it's like, I'm a bit heavier, but actually I feel like a lot bigger. I feel a lot leaner.
Yeah.
That's usually like the Goldilocks zone.
Exactly.
A couple of weeks after. So reversing out, gradually increase your food once you've finished the diet. Base that on how much weight you've put on.
Yeah.
And how you look and how you feel and how your training is, basically.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time in that phase, people do get a little bit obsessive with the scale.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's important, right? If you've been reversing out for a week and you're 5 kilos up, like you've probably done something wrong.
Yeah, a bit aggressive.
If your weight goes up a little bit and you look better, just disregard the scale weight.
Yeah. You're going to have probably 2 kilos of food volume in your stomach.
Yeah.
Of fullness, of bit of water. Like, don't be worried about the first couple, I think. I think the biggest advice for people that are coming out of a diet into a maintenance phase is just treat it the same.
Yeah.
Just with a bit more food.
Yeah. I always say, and I think we've said before, like, it is probably the hardest phase to go through.
Yeah.
I think reversing out of a diet is harder than the diet itself.
Yeah.
Like, because you've obviously lost that sort of goal of, okay, I'm really pushing
Yeah.
for like new lines every single week, looking leaner. When that goes, it's very easy to then go off the rails
Yeah.
and just be like, oh, it doesn't really matter now. Like, I'm not trying to diet.
Yeah.
But that like 4 to 8 weeks following that, I think is so important.
Yeah, I think you need to set some like real goals that you're actually bothered about at that point.
Yeah. And you got to think long term.
Because it's very easy to feel like you're kind of done.
Yeah.
But you're a long way from done.
No, exactly.
At that point. And that's going to help you kind of maintain throughout summer as well. Like social events and all that sort of stuff, it's the exact same as if you're in a diet. Just create a bit of room and then you're good. You just got a bit more food to play with. Happy days.
Yeah. You'll probably find as well that you can get your food up very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's like when I finished my last diet, I was at like 1.4k.
Yeah.
Within a month, I was back up to like 2.8.
Yeah.
And then I finished my gaining phase on like 3.2.
Yeah.
So the biggest food jump actually happened within that first sort of 4 weeks.
And I think the only reason you won't be able to be quite big with that, especially if you've been in a big deficit, is if you then like lose accuracy on how much you're having. Because sometimes you'll see it and you'll put, I don't know, 200 calories into someone's meal plan, and then the weight will just keep going up and keep going up. It's like, okay, that's definitely not just the food that you put in.
Something's not happening right.
That's like a little bit of loss of accuracy because you're no longer dieting.
Yeah, it's easy to just slip up on the things that you previously wouldn't slip up on.
So you get back up to maintenance. It's probably going to be somewhere around what you started the diet on, but minus a little bit because you're lighter. So let's say you started the diet and your maintenance was 2.8. Your new maintenance is probably going to be somewhere like 2.4, 2.5, because you're lighter and obviously carrying less tin. Get through summer, go on a few holidays, smash a few booze.
Yeah.
A few beery woos.
Again, right, if you're doing that, you're going to come back probably a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
But I think this is another common thing is people see that and then they're like straight away, oh, I need to get back into a deficit.
Yeah.
You're just putting yourself back even further if you do that.
I think most people will come back from summer a couple of kilos heavier. Just cleaning it back up.
Yeah, you will drop that weight.
You'll drop it because, again, the same thing. If your new maintenance is 2.5, but you've gone up a few kilos, just get back to 2.5 and it will kind of
come back down.
And then you're into sort of July, August and onwards. This is where the freaking magic happens.
Yeah.
Start driving up your food more, getting into a surplus, 200 to 300 calorie surplus, and have your training really good, which we'll get onto in a second. And that's when you can basically grow throughout the rest of the year, and you're setting yourself up for next year, really, where you can probably keep pushing till
April.
March, April.
Yeah. If you do it properly, you should be able to stay in it for that long.
Yeah, so gaining phase rules about 1% a month, about 200 to 300 calorie surplus, and like you'll be in a really easy spot to always be in touching distance from then being lean, which I think is quite a good place to be, and a place that a lot of people like that will want. So I think that's the timeline, really. Like,
yeah, I'd say so.
I don't think anything else really needs to be added in there.
No.
Obviously, you might need, if you're training really hard, you might need a few deloads. You might need a little mini diet in the surplus if you push things a little bit too far. But for the most part,
you should be fine.
That as you set.
Yeah.
Training. Kind of going back to starting now. This is quite dependent, isn't it? Really.
Very dependent. Yeah.
Again, for the person, you've already got a bit of muscle. You've probably already got a little bit of training experience. 4 days a week is going to be a good starting point.
I do generally think for most people, 4 days per week is always the best option.
Yeah. for the vast majority.
Yeah, like even me, I think like, would I be better off just doing a 4-day split?
Yeah.
It's weird, but I think I'd probably do 5 days because I do just love training.
Yeah. I was obviously doing 4, but now Holly's joined here. I think we're going to train on Saturdays.
You are going to do 5, yeah.
I mean, it's basically going to be arms, but
Yeah.
maybe
But I think
Yeah,
if
we'll
you
see
can
how
make
you get
that
away
fifth session something that's not actually too demanding,
yeah.
if you want to trade 5 times, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah. But yeah, for this person that we're talking about, hypothetical bro,
4 days per week, yeah.
we need to give him a name.
Road.
Road bro.
Road. His name is Road.
Not ROAD. Yeah, 4 days a week is going to be a good spot. You're probably a couple of years into your training, so maybe you want to start getting a little bit specific with what you're trying to work on. But I don't think you need to be too specific.
No, especially at the start when you're going into that initial diet.
Yeah.
I think just make sure you cover each muscle twice a week.
Yeah. I'd probably either look at doing upper lower, or lower push posterior.
Yeah.
Go setup.
I think for me the go is push pull lower upper.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works really well. And you're pretty much hitting everything you want.
Yeah.
And you get freaking massive arms. So
Yeah,
who doesn't
exactly.
want that?
And small legs.
It's perfect. What do you think the keys are for people in that position?
In what position? Sorry.
That have like trained for a bit, maybe they got a year or two behind them, but
I think for most people like that, they're probably, like you said, they're in a good spot, but it's just the very small details, like actually tracking their training for one.
yeah,
Like, I think that is the biggest issue with most people.
yeah,
They get into the gym, they've had a couple of years, and then that progress sort of stalls because they just aren't actually getting stronger.
yeah,
So I think just actually tracking everything
yeah.
is generally going to accelerate your progress like quite substantially.
It's really interesting. I had a guy that asked for a free POA actually, and he said, like I'm really struggling to gain weight. I'm not really putting on too much muscle. It sounded like he was really, really quite bothered about the position that
Yeah.
he was in. It's like I'm skinny, etc. Not feeling good about himself. But then, kind of to like caveat in that, it was like I'm not really. I don't really have a training program.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going in and doing whatever. I'm not really tracking my food, etc.
Almost answering his own problem.
It's like just start there.
Yeah. Like he clearly knows what the issue is, but it's just a case of doing it.
Yeah. So like I know it sounds so obvious, just have a training program in place.
Yeah.
And stick to it and follow it for quite a long time. And it's the easiest fix really.
100%.
Just takes a little bit of time to get one or a bit of money.
Yeah.
To ask to pay someone.
To pay someone to do it.
Link in bio. So I also think the big kind of unlock that most people have in this position is you've probably never thought about your form that deeply.
Yeah.
And I think there's some quite big unlocks that you'll have. Let's say your chest isn't growing, just by having someone looking at it, it's like it would take them 5 seconds to go that's why.
Yeah.
So have a dive into that, and again, you probably need some help, but actually have a look into it. And then the second thing is you probably think you're training hard, but you probably only train hard on chest and arms.
Yeah.
And your back training, even your shoulder training, unless it's a press,
Probably heavily lacking.
and your leg training,
Any intensity.
and your ab training
Yeah.
is probably pretty whack.
Yeah.
So again, the tracking will help that. Like, do that for 8 to 10 weeks, and all of a sudden you'll have to train hard to beat your
You
numbers.
subconsciously then just train harder
Yeah,
because there's that element of, it's almost like competitiveness with yourself, isn't it?
yeah,
Well, it is for me anyway.
yeah. I mean, Liam was saying yesterday, like, just having the number there and seeing it going up gives you motivation, but
Exactly.
also gives you like feeling of achievement that it's actually moving
Yeah,
forward.
100%.
and not just on the bench press.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't get why people think like that.
I mean, I think it's just like a lack of understanding, because if you think back to when we were training at Bawtry years ago,
Yeah, like when we first started.
it was the same, really.
Yeah, tracked bench, kind of.
Yeah,
And then everything else was just like, I'll just do whatever.
yeah. Like, what should I do next? Let's do some 30-rep goblet squats to get some blood flow into the quads.
Yeah, strange.
Like, it was just a lack of understanding.
Yeah.
So take this, that you need to train really hard with the same exercises for quite a long time and progress every exercise that's on your program.
Yeah.
And you'll cook.
Simple as that.
Yeah. And there'll be a plateau that comes at some point, but most of the time that fixes most people's issues.
Yeah. I also think people need to sort of like lean into the monotony of it.
Yeah.
Like if you actually want to progress as much as possible, unfortunately there will be times where you're like, this is a bit boring.
Yeah.
But it works. That is what works.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're training for results, then
You've got to do it.
kind of the key. The best analogy I can give is if you try and write with your opposite hand, so say your left hand, if you try and write a sentence, the first time you do it, it will look terrible. And that's the same as you jumping onto a new exercise the first time. Suddenly the second time it's a bit better, third time is a bit better. By the 15th time, you're probably quite good at it.
Yeah.
And you can write much quicker, it looks a lot neater. It's the exact same as your training. So the better and better you can get at it, the more you'll get out of that.
100%.
So chopping and changing is not going to do anything for you.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, there's so many details you can go into training, but I feel like...
It's all just such minutiae.
Yeah.
Most people just, like you're saying, just need a training program and need to stick to the training program.
Yeah.
And log their numbers.
Like, if this is generally to help people, that's probably what you need to do.
Yeah. It is like a bit of a boring answer, isn't it? But
yeah.
It's just factos.
And I think people have specific issues, maybe.
Yeah.
But obviously there's loads of them that
Yeah.
you can't just fix from not speaking to an individual person. We kind of covered nutrition on the timeline, to be fair.
Yeah.
Would you add anything else to that?
Probably not. No, I think the only thing I would say is have an actual nutrition plan, same as training.
Yeah.
Whether it's a meal plan or if you're doing like if it fits your macros.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, still have some sort of structure with a certain amount of meals or like a pool of foods that you're going to use.
Yeah.
That just make your life as easy as possible.
Yeah, I think nutrition's all about picking your poison.
Yeah.
Like, it's always the biggest kind of feeling of change.
Yeah.
So you got to pick on the spectrum of if it fits your macros to meal plan. Just pick where you want to be.
You want to be and just run with it.
Yeah, or else you'll always be in that position where you're making bad decisions because you've not got that structure in place.
For me, I don't think I'll ever do if it fits your macros.
No, I did it for a while.
It just doesn't. But I just find it makes your life so much harder.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and you'll start doing in the morning, grabbing something extra. Cause, I'll just have less later, and then you're like
starving later on, and you don't have less.
It causes issues.
Yeah,
I think that's the main issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, calorie, protein target, all of that sort of stuff. Give yourself a meal plan that works, that you enjoy, and then just run it.
Yeah, just stick with it.
Yeah, if you need to make changes,
monotony, but
yeah, I think maybe something that people underestimate is how valuable what consistency actually looks like.
Yeah.
Most of the people that will say, "I just can't lose weight" or "I just can't gain weight,"
yeah,
it's because of that. It's because they won't be able to keep ticking it over.
Yeah, I think for most people, the best solution is have a meal plan, but then like have 3 different variations of it.
Yeah.
Then you're not having to have the same thing every day.
Yeah.
But you're still hitting your targets every day because the meal plan is the same.
Yeah.
Just slightly different foods.
Yeah. So get a training program, get a meal plan.
Basically, just sign up to fucking coach.
Yeah, basically, it'll sort your life out. I had an unreal testimonial yesterday.
Oh, really? That's good.
I didn't even
Ask for it.
ask for it. He just said it on the call, and then he messaged me. Let me read this out. This kind of made my day, I can't lie. Honestly, mate, could not be happier. I felt healthier, felt happier, and felt more confident. I feel more energized and productive, and it's been great. You've been great the entire time, understanding, supportive, and just great at making the process easy to get into and stick with. Excited to keep working on this stuff over the next few months.
Can't ask for more than that.
That's Kieran, mate. You're a legend.
Yeah, that's very, very kind words.
Yeah. I remember when I first sort of started coaching, you see people post things like that. I'd be like, oh man, why can't I get
why
that
can't we
sort
get
of
to that point?
thing out of your clients?
Yeah.
And obviously when I first started, because I wasn't very good.
But it does just come with time as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
but it's obviously nice to get that. So
100%.
link in bio or link below if you do want to sign up. Should we run a few of these cues and then we'll finish it up?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I was just thinking, right, with coaching and people who are actually interested or thinking about it, I don't think there's really anything else, right, that is so worth your investment.
Yeah.
I'm not even just saying that because we're coaches and we want to make more money, but it is so worth.
Yeah.
Not even if you get coached by us, but if you go to a coach who's actually decent at their job.
Yeah.
It is so worth the money.
Especially if you then really
if you actually action it, yeah. Like, your life can change so much.
The other thing I was looking at was I do actually think you end up saving cash.
Yeah, I think you do.
For quite a lot of people.
Because their lifestyle just completely changes.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. You end up saving a bit of money. Like, is it going to be net positive? Probably not. But, like, in terms of financials.
Yeah.
But you do end up wanting to avoid the, like, rubbish that you end up spending your money on. I mean, you've had a coach for probably
fucking hell,
like 6 years, maybe.
Yeah, I was like 18.
Yeah.
23 now.
Yeah.
5 years.
Shows that it's obviously worthwhile.
Yeah.
There's quite a few here. Where do most people mess up their timeline, and how do you avoid it?
I think people mess up their timeline most because they don't have a strong goal to actually reverse engineer from.
Yeah.
Very simple
100%.
answer.
End of dieting block. Lack of
what happens
direction.
Next? Yeah.
That's almost always it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Either that or just not having one in place to say this is the end of the diet.
Yeah. Like, if you have a goal and you put some sort of timeline together, it's going to be helpful. If you don't have a goal that's strong enough, your timeline's never going to be there.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
From a training perspective, what progression can you expect to have in a fat loss phase versus a gaining phase?
So I always say to my clients, when they're dieting in a fat loss phase, I actually think your training should still continue to progress.
Yeah.
Other than when you really do get quite lean and food's low, expenditure might be high. But even then, you shouldn't be regressing.
Yeah.
And that's then, if you are, that's when you obviously have to look at other things.
Yeah.
Like your volume, or you actually pushing maybe a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think people forget this. It's not a weight loss. It's a fat loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's such a big
huge
thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just looking for new lows on the scales, especially if your training is just going to shit, to shit.
It's obviously not going to be as good as if you're in a gaining phase, because then there'd be no point of a gaining phase. But it should for the most part still be progressive.
Yeah. Like, even when I think about my previous preps, I haven't lost numbers on anything.
Yeah.
And that's pushing it to, like, the extreme.
Yeah. And to be honest, if nothing changes, like if you still train just as hard, and it's like you don't really have to think about it too much.
No.
The same thing applies. You go into your session, you try and beat yourself, like
simple.
done. That kind of applies to this next question, which is, what does good adherence actually look like? So what's good enough to kind of get results?
From like a coaching someone sort of perspective, or just
Yeah, or I guess it's the same thing.
well,
I
we
think
could
it's
go.
yeah,
Go on.
it's a bit of a sliding scale, I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you've got this spectrum of really overweight, never trained, never thought about your food, to like an elite athlete,
Yeah.
it's basically a gradual increase.
Yeah. 100%.
Of how adherent you need to be.
Yeah.
I think.
Like if you've got someone heavily overweight, right? Even just like you were saying at the start, making sure you're hitting a protein target,
Yeah.
just going to the gym,
Yeah.
are gonna have a big impact on your progress.
Yeah.
But on the other end, like you're saying, like elite level,
Yeah.
everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah. To get the extra sort of 1%.
Yeah.
I think this question needs to be more looked at it from a sort of mindset perspective, because what you don't want to do is go into a phase accepting kind of your own accepting that you're already going to do bad things within it. Like, you don't want to go into it and go, I'm going to mess up half of this because it's all right.
Yeah.
So what I'd say is, good adherence is more of a question of having the right plan as opposed to being able to adhere to said plan.
Yeah.
And that right plan might be, right, we're giving you 500 calories for this day to do what you want with, and you can adhere to that.
Adhere to it, yeah.
But if you've not got if your plan is miles off what you're able to adhere to, then you're just like failing every day, and you like start getting down in the dumps, feeling like you're not very good at it. So it's more about aligning the plan with where you're at, as opposed to trying to align your adherence with
100%.
some sort of perfect plan.
Yeah. I think I do agree, but then you don't want people to hear that and just then always look for like the easy, what's the word, like options route.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it's the same with literally anything that you do in life, right? The output you get will be based off the input that you put in.
Yeah.
It's like literally as simple as that.
It's kind of a bit of chicken and the egg, isn't it? Like, if you set up a plan that is initially covering everything and they've got to think about everything, it's probably not going to go very well for a like complete beginner. But at the same time, that complete beginner should be putting in the same amount of effort as the advanced person.
It's just slightly different.
Yeah. It's just going to be different because experience levels is less. So you're still trying hard.
Yeah. You still need to have some sort of input.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like my biggest pet peeve, that I think, when it comes to coaching.
What?
Is like people, they might send you like a photo from a few years ago and they might be like, I feel like I don't look much different.
Yeah.
Well, then you're like, okay, but what have your actions actually been like over the past couple of years? Like, what are you expecting?
Yeah.
Like, if you seriously want to see a huge result and that is actually what you want, your actions obviously have to match that.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me quite a lot of the time.
Yeah. I think Kieran's actually quite a good example for kind of how you can go about it, which is like, okay, we're going to start off by just cleaning things up, giving you a plan that you enjoy, and we're just going to try and hit some calorie targets over the next few weeks. Bosh, tick that off. What's the next thing to think about? Okay, well, we're going to start making sure you're hitting your protein intake. Now, those things are fairly easy and you shouldn't really have to think about it. So you just keep adding on top and adding on top.
Yeah.
So the level of adherence is based on like, okay, what's the target at that time? Tick that off, make it so easy that you don't have to think about it. Then it's in the bank.
Exactly.
And then you just keep leveling up the sort of expectation as you go through it.
And then it doesn't even become hard then.
Yeah.
Like, the things you're doing aren't hard because you're just mastering the things prior.
Yeah, it's just repetition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you do something enough, it's pretty easy.
It's easy, yeah. Like, probably people listening to this thinking, tracking my food, that's so hard. But then, like us, we've been doing it for however many years. It's not hard at all.
I quite like the take of if you want to like be insert thing. So people say, oh, how do these guys be so consistent? Or how does a soldier be really brave? Well, the first few times they did it, let's say, take the soldier analogy, they were probably like shitting it.
Yeah.
And now they've done it hundreds of times, they're considered brave.
Yeah.
But you kind of just got to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
do the actions that are required to be considered consistent. Hey presto, in 10 weeks, you're now consistent.
Literally.
Like,
it's so simple, isn't it?
yeah,
Like,
but you just gotta brute force it for a bit, and crack on. One more questione. Something about monitoring and adjusting. That's quite good. What's your rules for when to change the plan or when to leave it alone? It's kind of training and nutrition.
so from like a coaching a client perspective, right? If they're dieting, for example, and they check in and their week has been absolutely immaculate, it's been perfect, they've hit all their targets,
Yeah.
body weight hasn't moved, then I'd be, okay,
Yeah.
let's make a change.
Yeah. And once you've made that change, are you giving it a week? Are you giving it 2 weeks? Like, to be able to see.
I think it depends on what the
Yeah.
sort of change is.
Yeah.
But I think for most people, if you've made a substantial change and a week later there's still no progress, I'm probably thinking again, right, okay,
Yeah.
need to change something.
Yeah.
It all depends again, it comes back to adherence levels. If the client's been really adherent
Yeah.
and things haven't changed, I'll make a change.
Yeah. A lot of the time as well, once you've seen it enough, you just know.
Yeah.
Like, that change was a big enough change to see difference.
So something's clearly not.
If nothing's changed, then it's probably not a plan-related issue. It's probably something else. And then training-wise, I'll give movements like 3 or 4 weeks, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's really not moving, then
Yeah.
that's when I'll make a change. But
I think even then, like, changing an exercise is my last
yeah,
point of call. I think first thing to do again would be to just double check the accuracy of the movement.
yeah,
If it's not progressing, okay, it's like there's something going wrong. And then after that, it would be just switching up the rep ranges slightly.
yeah,
So if the first set's like a 6 to 8, second set's an 8 to 10,
yeah,
I'd go 8 to 10 and 10 to 12.
yeah,
Just make slight changes before you look to
yeah.
swap out the actual movement.
I mean, a good example, like my neutral grip, like pull down, wasn't progressing. So I changed the rep ranges. I changed the attachment by doing a D handle neutral grip, like pull down, and now it's progressed for like the last
exactly
8 weeks or whatever.
And
Like,
you're still doing the same
yeah,
movement.
it's so small, but just these little tweaks can help you stick to an exercise that you're already good at
Yeah.
and keep progressing.
And it's quicker than swapping the exercise, having to learn the skill of that exercise.
So at the end
before
of the
you
day,
actually
you've
start
not really
seeing
got
proper
that many
progress.
options.
No.
Like each exercise, if you've programmed it specifically for a certain need, there's not that many other things that you can do. So you kind of need to really rinse it for what it's worth.
Agreed.
So we'll wrap it up there. There's your 2026 POA. Again, if you want one actually for yourself, then go click on our Instagram and drop us a DM. And other than that, hopefully have a good 2026.
Start to the new year.
Let's cook, fellas.
Yeah, let's get massive.
Yeah, man. See you in episode 62.
Sound.
Ciao.
See ya.